My name is Annick. I am the digital media specialist in Arla Foods, sitting within the barn, the Arla's in-house media agency.
Great. We'll start with a fun question. Tell us, what is your favourite national dish?
Oh, favorite where? Norway or France?
Or
So
both.
Yeah, both. Also, France, I love quiche, everything quiche,
Okay.
with a lot of cheese
Yeah.
and cream and salmon. And in Norway, I love the national Christmas dish. It's called pinnekjøtt. It's basically lamb meat cooked for a long time and marinated, and it's really great.
Nice. I think I might have to have that for Christmas.
Yeah, you
Sounds
could
good.
try. Yes.
So we know you work at the barn, Arla's in-house agency. Have you seen the barn's strategy to programmatic in any channel change over the last few years? And if so, kind of what does that look like?
It has evolved massively. We went from the usual programmatic channel, so YouTube, to display. Now we are doing lots of CTV, connected TV. We are also exploring retail media channels through displaying, and some markets are very advanced into also programmatic out of home, naturally, which was not the case for a few years ago. So that's been it's been the main focus.
Yeah, a lot of growth.
Yeah, we have.
This year, you've worked with View to run some programmatic digital out-of-home campaigns from the Arla food brands portfolio. What are some of the highlights of these campaigns? Is there anything that surprised you from running them?
It's a yearly study that we're running, so we had some draft on the first half of the year. Promising result, because we had the goal of measuring a bit more like performance or lower funnel metrics. So, okay, how is the traffic to the stores? How is the engaged audience toward, proximity of store that we do? So we've had some great uplift. We've noticed really positive result, like above what we could actually expect, because it was a trial. We were like, okay, let's just measure, the effect of this on the lower funnel metrics. So we had positive uplift. And it's a complementary as well to what had been studied before with Vista Media. Last year we were like more studying the brand metrics, like how the brand's perceived, receptivity toward the audience, and now we are really getting a more understanding as well of the lower funnel metrics, and that's really fun and promising.
Yeah, it's a bit of brand, a bit of performance.
Yes.
And obviously we still got 6 months of the year to go.
Right,
so
yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Even more to be surprised about, yeah.
So you have a diverse portfolio of sub-brands under the Arla range. Is there a different take for creativity for these sub-brands? Is there something you do differently for the other ones?
Yeah, so all of the asset and brand creativity somehow mindset is global. So we have all assets produced by the barn on a global level, and then some local adjustment depending on like key priority of each brand manager or each brand specificity and brand guideline. But we have a kind of harmonic outlook into like the creativity mindset, I would say, with some room for adjustment, for local adjustment depending on the key priorities for each market.
Are there any current barriers to entry that brands should consider when planning programmatic digital out-of-home activity?
I would say could be useful to be mindful of let's say inventory availability, depending on either you are in Norway or Germany or UK. So there is a level of inventory that isn't always equal, depending on the market technology advancement. So being mindful of that, inventory availability is one thing. Mostly technology, like what are the technology possibility within the market, and inventory availability.
Okay. That makes sense. And I think
and how many actors are there? How many publishers are there on the market? Is it like one or two big ones, and then maybe they do only direct bookings, or these kind of things have to be considered. Whether it's like several actors on the market and the size of the inventory.
Yeah, no, I would totally agree. And then obviously with the availability, it's the creative side as well, the different sizes, the consider.
Absolutely, yes.
No, I think that's a good point. And finally, what advice would you give to brands looking to plan their first programmatic digital out-of-home campaign?
Advice. I'm usually cautious about giving advice, but I will do my best, just sharing what we have been able to learn within the barn so far. So it's first of all, being mindful of what we want to measure, like what is it that we want to achieve, and then it can also lead toward like, okay, what are we going to measure out of what we wanted to achieve. So being just have the clarity of, okay, what is it? What's the goal? What's the KPI that we want to respond to through the Programmatic out of home? And other point is just having that holistic view, having both the strategic mind, okay, we want to achieve this and that, but also tactical, like, okay, let's go down to placement. What kind of placement or what kind of location makes sense, the most sense for the brand. So having that both like strategical but also very tactical mindset. So for example, having a strategist or a planner and a specialist in the same room to have like that like cohesive kind of overview in the planning phase.
Okay, I totally hear you. Cool. So thank you so much for sharing your insights with us today. I think it's been really interesting to hear your feedback about programmatic digital out of home and working with you, and hopefully some really great takeaways for people who are watching this video.
Thank you.